All right, let me start again. Welcome to another episode of Big Love Life Tarek's Community Podcast. And today I'm joined by another special guest. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, thank you, Tarek, for having me. I'm Ricardo Kok, and yes, my last name is Kok, so in English it's a nice joke. I'm from the Netherlands, that's why it's Kok is a normal name there. I'm 32 years old. For the last 2 years, I'm known as the dream expert. And through my life experience and my study, I help 16 to 25 years old to discover the dreams, to reach the dreams, and live the dreams in a fearless way, despite the circumstances. We do that through video, speaking, books, all kind of stuff, with a team, of course.
I came to the right place then. we did that. So when you say, what did you say? You're a dream
expert.
What? Expert. So if I wanted to dream about something, say if I wanted a car, you can't get me a car.
What the thing with dreaming is, and some say your purpose, some say your mission, some say your desire in life, your inner goal. What my expertise is for me, it's easy to find why am I on earth. And a lot of people, and especially young people, they want to do something, but they have the urge to, why am I here? There's a lot of depression, a lot of suicide, especially in the young people. And that's, I was depressed too, but depression is not a disease. It's just a thought about why do I live? A train in your head that's coming over and over again, and it makes you depressed. So the thing is that I want to help them to discover, why are you the heck on this earth, and what's your purpose? Why does your parents fuck with each other and you came up? Let's say it in that way, and that's one of my expertise, because I do it naturally. I never struggled with why am I here. I struggle with a lot of other things, but not that.
Yeah. This brought the show to life already. So you say you do a lot of things. What are the challenges with what you do?
Mm-hmm.
There must be some challenges that you face. Everyone faces challenges.
Yeah, of course. What challenges? Now we are now in the sort of season that you can call momentum. So we see a lot of things happen naturally, but I'm doing this kind of stuff for 16 years. So when I was 16, I began to speak on stage and present television programs and all kinds of stuff. And until the last 2 years, let's be honest, everything I did it well, because the few people they knew it, they found it nice. But let's be honest, it was a mess. It doesn't work out. The people asked me on the conference, there was one people in the audience. People do this and that. And it looks like everything I did, it just doesn't work. And I was thinking, why? I know for sure this is my calling, this is my purpose, this is the thing I'm made for. So in the last, when COVID started, and 2 years before that it started already, I discovered there is something about the system, and you need to understand the system and how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were carrying on talking. No, I enjoyed it.
I thought you want to question something.
I enjoyed listening. So yeah, I like what you do, and I think, speaking of young people, why do you think young people hearing your story today, how will it impact young people, do you think?
How will I impact young people, do I think? Now,
because you mentioned young people, so
yeah. How do I impact? Now, if there is one message that will come across, or what will come on board, what I want to remember about this whole podcast, even they forget me, because it's not about me, let's be honest. Of course, I'm the one who's doing it. And if they follow me, of course, I like it, but it's not about me, it's about them. And if there's one message, is that passion that's inside of you, that thing what's from your youth on, you're enjoying about, you're be happy about it. Let never ever someone tell you it won't be happy, it won't be able to live that, to do that for a living, or to stop with that, and gather yourself around the right people. They believe in you and they support you. And if that comes out, this I I have a great impact on them all, if they gonna believe this core message, this belief, this way of thinking, and internalize it in their life.
yeah. I don't know if you. So how can people support you? Just like if they wanted to support you, how can they support you?
How they can support us? Of course, just follow us on all the social media platforms. But besides that, we have also, I brought out 3 books right now in a 16-part series, pocket books, small books, because for the young people, they read not much. They can buy that and they support us. They can, because we are a foundation, they can give a donation if they want. But the most thing how they can support is just if you want some help. If you,
oh, I was gonna mention you said books.
yeah.
Why? First of all, before I ask you about your books, why is books so important for young people? Not only for young people, but for say adults, for example.
Let us say it in another way. It's not the thing about books. We have books, we make television programs, podcasts. The thing is this, what I always say is a lot of people want to change. They want to get rid of the bad habits, or all kind of stuff they want to get rid of, because they want to live the best life. And the thing with it, most people try to change their behavior. But the thing is this, the way you act is because who you are. But who you are is because of what you believe and what you think. But what you think and what you believe comes by what you hear. In other words, when you read, when you watch a television show, when you listen to this podcast,
Well, have I tricked you with the many questions?
when you do all this kind of stuff, it goes into your system, and if you do it enough, it's gonna be your belief. If you surround yourself with negative people who talk negative about you, I guarantee you, you think negative of yourself, you will be negative of yourself, and you act negative. So changing yourself, living your dreams, get rid of your bad habits, being that beautiful boyfriend or girlfriend, or having that nice study that you want to study. It starts with what you're hearing, the people you get around with, the television show you're watching. And that doesn't say that things are bad, but some things doesn't help you to be where you want to be. And some things help you for sure. And so that's with books.
Sorry.
No problem.
How did you start all this?
How do I start? Now that's a funny story. Until I was 16, and Tarek, you won't believe this, I stuttered. I stuttered over almost every letter. I was now you can't believe it when I speak right now.
Yeah.
um, and I'm raised up in church, in a Pentecostal church, and with our youth group, we had to go to Pakistan, and we go there on a mission trip. And I knew when I was younger, I want to be a teacher. I want to stay on stage. But when you're stuttering, it's a little bit a problem, a little bit. So 2 days before we traveled to Pakistan, my youth pastor, my youth leader, she came up to me, and I was 16, and she said, "You know what? I felt you need to speak there. You need to preach there." And I want to say, because I started, I want to say, no, 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 I don't want that. But when you stutter, you're not so quick. So she said, okay, that's done. We agree with that. Before I could answer, because I stuttered. So as she walked away, on that moment, I was just thinking, you terrible bitch. That was what I'm thinking. Let's be honest. But I thought also, okay, but we approved this, I had to do this. But how I gonna do this because I stutter? So we go there, and I know it now afterwards. I know it after the sermon, the lecture. But that there were 250 pastors, but I didn't know before, and I'm happy I didn't know, because it won't help me. But from the moment I get on stage, I take the microphone, even without notes, I never stuttered again. And I knew this stuttering was not just stuttering. This was some blocking. It was something that want to block me from the thing I've been called. And that's where it started, and things come on my way. And uh, so it started when I was 16, and I talked to 250 pastors that still want me to go back.
I thought you said 60 then. I was like,
I
oh.
was 16, 16. So
60. I thought you
16
said
years
60.
ago. So the half of my life I've been on the stage.
Wow. So you're a bit of a celebrity then.
Yeah, and I heard, I think it's now 5 years ago, my mother has also tapes, the old school tapes. Young people don't know it. When I was 7, with my stuttering, I was speaking in my room, and I recorded it with my high voice that I had. And I was speaking like there were millions of people, but I was just in my bedroom. I was just dreaming about my future. So for me, that's what I say. Dreaming is natural. Is seeing potential in things that doesn't look like how they could be.
Yeah. So I'm just checking I covered anything. I've asked you about challenges. I've asked, although on your Facebook page I had this little sneak peek. You do amazing videos.
Yeah, thank you.
So would you like to tell us a bit about like how the videos, and they must have taken a bit of long time to do. And
No, not yet, not really. When I was 16, when we come back to Pakistan, I always started on local television companies to work there and get my experience. And the videos we now made, also a talk show we made, it just started also, some say coincidence. I don't say that. But in COVID, I lost my job as an event manager. I had a good job. I had a lot of money came into, but I lost because of COVID. I lost. I couldn't get my release as a comedian in a theater show, and because it couldn't go on because of COVID, and there was a chance to make a television program, a format idea that I had to make it for national television in Holland, but I
so
lost
how
it
did
because the sponsor go away. And what happened after that? Just I was thinking, okay, with 2 friends, we lost this, and it's depressed. But there's no lack of solution, only lack of creativity. So we started with simple cameras 2 years ago to make the videos quick with green screens in my living room. And still we don't have the best material, and we make it in a short way sometimes, always like it is live. But we see the progressing just by doing it. So it doesn't take long time to make it. But it's just stepping out and doing it.
So editing must have been challenging and all that stuff.
The editing, yeah. Now I had experience with it, but it was when we started, we were in a period that we make 7 programs a week, and I was the only editor of the team, and we were with 6 people right then. That it was hard because of the load of programs that I had to edit, but even though it wasn't perfect, and it still isn't, just by no, let's be honest, it's not national television
To be honest,
quality.
no one's perfect. To be honest, no one's perfect.
No, but because we stepped out, we grow.
Yeah. On that, why would you say filming is important for young people, and what would you encourage like, how would you encourage people if they wanted to start a film? What's the first thing you say to them?
I'm gonna quote. I got an American coach some years ago, and he said to me, Ricardo, you have to take action. You have to take action. And I love it. And he said it sometimes 20 times a day. And I think that's the thing. Of course, you know, a lot of people, they don't do it because of the perfectionism. But you need to, first you need to start, grow. First, with everything you do, start with, okay, do I make these videos because I'm already happy with myself, not on what I'm doing, but on who I am? That's my first advice. Just don't do it to prove yourself.
Yes.
That's my first advice. If you want to do it because of that, first go to your identity. Who I am is good enough, because who you are is good enough. You don't have to prove something. You don't have to do something to get worth. You are already valuable. If you do it with the right reason, just start. Because along the way, you find out the way you want to do it. And today, we all have our cell phones. Of course, it's not the best quality yet, but just start. And if you want some help, just give me an email. Maybe I can help you with specific things, or make something together. It doesn't matter, but just start. Gather also people around you, some friends who want in the same direction, because that's important. And just start, just do it, just get it out with, and make mistakes, because the mistakes you made makes you grow. If you don't do
Wow.
anything, nothing happened.
Wow. I would ask you a bit more questions, but people start to get bored of questions. But how can people find you again?
Now you can go, and I think you will put it also in the show notes, to Linktree /Ricardo Kok. There are all the links, the website. And what we always do, and I didn't say it yet, but I want to say it in your face. For your audience, we have a special offer for 3 months. The 3 books I wrote, they are in pounds, because you're from England. Normally, they are £425 per book, the 3 first books of the series. We want to offer it with a discount code, and we're going to put it in the show notes, I guess, for 40% discount per book for the next upcoming 3 months. Everyone can order it with discount code to £2.55. So we want to give that because I don't want to be rich. Of course, we get a little bit amount of it. I'm gonna be rich if people live their dreams. If
Yeah.
people gonna take action and be who they are, because heaven on earth is possible. The perfect world is possible. But we need to do it together, and we need to step into our destiny, not the destiny of that perfect man or Brad Pitt or how the Kardashians or how all these kind of influence, but your destiny. And it could be maybe a perfect relationship, a perfect mother in the future, a father, or something big, something small. Every destiny is okay, but I want to help them. And that's why we're offering this to your audience for the upcoming 3 months. Uh, and the discount code will be, I guess, in the show notes, Tarek.
Yes, I'm going to ask you for that after the show. And finally, what's your message for young people and everyone in the audience today?
I have a lot of messages, but I think the core message for today is I know a lot of young people, you hear a lot, you see on social media, you see everywhere on school that you have to prove yourself. You need to have a perfect body or a perfect life or a perfect this or a perfect that to be good enough. You need to have a lot of likes, a lot of followers. But you know what? It doesn't matter what you do. It don't change your worth. It don't change your value. You are valuable. You are more valuable than anything on earth. And I think begin to say that to yourself, begin to internalize it, begin to see it, even though you don't feel it yet. Don't live by your feelings, but live by the truth. And the truth is that you are valuable. The truth is that you have something to do here. You are here with a mission. You are here with a cause. And if you're gonna say that to yourself, gonna live that, gonna see that, even though everyone says something else, I know for sure on a certain moment you're gonna feel it and people gonna see it. I discovered myself and I know that for sure.
You have been a really good guest. And you're going to be shocked right now because I'm going to give you another opportunity. I'm looking for hosts to support me on this podcast. And I would like to give you a host opportunity as co-host to come and support me on this podcast.
Normally, sometimes I say directly yes. I don't say no, but I need to discuss it with my team and especially with my girlfriend because I do a lot of things.
I know this is going to shock you.
So
we love doing surprises for people.
I love your offer. I don't say no. I need to discuss this. In me, there's something that say yes, yes, yes. But to be honest, sometimes I go a little bit over my boundaries. I had two burnouts in my life. So I need to discuss this with my girlfriend first before I say yes. But I consider it.
I had to do it because of the show. But that's what we normally do. We normally give opportunities to people who do well. So thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome. Love it.
This is Tarek's Community Podcast, and goodbye.